How can churches reach Gen Z? This is one of the most popular questions that I personally get as a social media manager and coach for churches. My name is Karis and I am 23 years old, so I believe that actually does make me a Gen Zer. And today I just want to talk about what is it that your church can do to reach the younger generation. I know that churches want to do what they can with what they have, and the truth is a lot of smaller churches just don't have the resources to do as much as they wish they could. A lot of my clients that I work with are small to medium churches, and most of them are actually brand new church plants. So usually it's a two-man show, a husband and wife planting a church before they even have volunteers. I just want to make sure this does not come off as me telling you as somebody that works in the church that you're not doing enough, because I know how hard it can be to build a church. All right, so now let's get to the video. If the church wants to reach Gen Z, they have to be on social media. I know you've heard this a million times, but just bear with me for a bit and I'm going to explain to you why every single church needs to be on social media if they want to reach Gen Z. So I've mentioned this in a previous video about why churches need to be on social media, but according to the Pew Research survey conducted in early 2023, over 90% of young adults are on some sort of social media platform. And then according to another research that was recently conducted, 54% of Gen Z have reported that they are on some sort of social media platform for at least 4 hours a day. So 54% of Generation Z is spending at least 4 hours of their day on some sorts of social media platforms. That's a lot. That's a lot of time. And honestly, I am guilty of it. And I bet a lot of even adults are guilty of this. We are addicted to our phones. So if churches want to reach Gen Z, they have to meet them where they're at, which is on social media. But here's the kicker. The way Gen Z uses social media is entirely different from how most generations use social media. Therefore, you might need to update your social media strategy. For example, most of older millennials, Gen X, boomers, they're using social media as a way to gather information. They go on there to see what their kids are doing or their friends' kids are up to, or what time the service is on Sundays, or what are the upcoming events that their church is holding. Now, Gen Z, they go on social media for entertainment or education. They're not necessarily there because they want to figure out details of where the upcoming event is located. They're there because that is their form of entertainment. So that being said, if all your church is doing is just talking about their most recent upcoming event and then just a few inspirational quotes here and there, you're not reaching Gen Z because you're not really providing any valuable content. All you're doing is you're promoting yourself, which is okay to promote yourself, but that can't be the only way you use social media if you want to reach Gen Z. Here's the thing, Gen Z can see right through advertisements. That is why TikTok advertising is so popular right now, because Gen Z doesn't want to be marketed to. They want to use a product because they have seen it being used by real normal people. For example, I bought this lipstick, not because I need any more lipsticks, because I have a bajillion, but I bought it because I saw a TikTok video of a girl using this lipstick and she looked kind of like me, and the lipstick just like glided on her lips really effortless. Putting on the lipstick, she was talking about an interesting thing that happened in her day. So I was listening to her because I was feeling entertained by what she was saying, but as she was talking, she was doing her makeup and one of the products she used was this lipstick, and I thought, oh my gosh, that lipstick looks really good. I really want that lipstick. So I went and I bought this lipstick. And if this lipstick was advertised to me through a commercial on TV, I wouldn't buy it because I'd be like, how do I know that is even the actual lipstick they use? How do I know that this isn't super fabricated? But a real girl just providing entertainment to me throughout the day while casually using this lipstick is what convinced me to go buy the lipstick. So what does that lipstick example have anything to do with churches and how they do social media? So the first thing is, don't waste your time posting graphic posts of advertisements all the time, because that's just not what's going to reach Gen Z. If you want to reach Gen Z, you have to provide content that is actually meaningful to them. And what's meaningful to them, I'm sorry to say it, is not what time your church service is on Sunday. Rather, what you can do is you can show them what it looks like to be a part of your church community. Take pictures on Sundays and show them what it would be like to be a part of a community. Show them the types of people that come to your church. You know the amount of times I've actually gone to a church's Instagram to see if I want to visit it, and I don't even see human beings on that Instagram. Like, all I see is just graphics. I'm like, so who attends this church? Like, are there people that look like me that attend your church? Like, would I feel comfortable coming to your church? And I know that sounds like judgy, but that's the truth. I mean, my people in my generation, we watch so many reviews. I watched so many reviews on this lipstick. Yes, the girl sold me, but I went and then looked up more people using this lipstick before I bought the lipstick. So if I put that much time researching a lipstick, you better bet I'm going to spend a lot of time researching a church before I attend it. And if all I see on the church's website and the church's Facebook and Instagram is just a bunch of graphics, I'm not gonna have a clue if this church is gonna be a fit for me or not. So as a church, you have this opportunity to use social media to be able to show future attenders what it would look like to be a part of your community. The other thing churches can do on social media is to use social media to actually educate Gen Z on what the gospel is. I know we think in order to get people to come to Christ, they have to first come through the doors of the church. And that's just not true. You can actually reach people for Christ through social media. It's a pretty cool thing. As a church, you have the opportunity to create content, make videos of what it means to be a Christian, how to be a Christian. You can answer these questions that people have every single day, and you can be the voice and answer, so that when people search for how to read the Bible, your church can be the one that teaches them how to read the Bible. There's just so many ways you as the church can provide valuable information to not just young adults, but your entire congregation, so that they don't have to wait until Sunday to learn and grow. And I guarantee you, if you actually provide them content that is helpful to them throughout their week, they're going to eventually want to come join you in person. They're going to want to be a part of that community that they're seeing every single week on your social media platforms. So be authentic. Don't use social media as a billboard, but as an actual ministry. Social media is a ministry. It is not just a means to bring people to the church so you can minister to them. You only get people to come to the church, maybe 2 hours a week? What about the other hours during the week? How are you going to be the church to them in those weeks? The simplest and easiest way to be the church and show up as the church every single day in somebody's life is to meet them where they're at, which is social media. Now, you might be thinking, okay, sounds nice and all, but how do we do that? And at the end of the day, we just have volunteers. They don't know how to do this. We're just doing the best we can with what we got. And for that, I tell you, you know what? I get it. Not everybody went to school to become a social media expert. You went to school to be a preacher, not a social media manager. I get it. But the good news is there are a lot of experts out there that are willing to teach you and your church members on how to use social media properly. For example, I've been working with churches for a few years now, and I finally decided to put together a course. So any church volunteer, whoever, can take this course, and within 8 weeks, they have everything they really need to know in order to start a very successful Facebook and Instagram account. In this course, I only teach about Facebook and Instagram because those are the most prominent accounts. Even though I know that most people think, oh, Gen Z is not on Facebook and Instagram, that's wrong. They're on it. They're just not using it the way most of the older generation is using it. So anyways, all that to be said, I'm not the only one that offers these free resources. There's a lot of other creators that are more than willing to teach their very proven systems to help churches succeed on social media. But if you are wanting the help I provide, I'll make sure to include my website down below. I also have a free downloadable PDF on just a social media starters kit. So just like a quick little guide on everything you need to know to get started on social media, so you can download that for free. But if you're interested in my course or coaching, you can check that out. I will also include links to other people who do similar things as I do, helping churches with social media. They're so great. They are resources that I still use till this day, so I'll make sure to include their information down below. But yeah, I hope that's helpful. I don't want you to feel discouraged. I don't want you to think you're not doing enough to reach the younger generation. I'm sure you're doing what you can, but I'm just here to help you in the areas that maybe don't come as natural, such as social media. So yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. Check out all the resources I talked about in the description down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.